subscribe for more.
I never thought the truth would come out the way it did. Not with shouting. Not with accusations. Not with tears. It came out quietly, and that was what destroyed me.
My name is Evelyn. I'm 38, live in Manchester, work in marketing, married to Daniel for 12 years. Daniel was never a dramatic man. He was steady, predictable, reliable. The kind of husband people say is boring when they actually mean safe. I used to think I wanted more than safe. Our marriage didn't explode. It faded. Long days, separate routines, conversations about groceries instead of dreams. Daniel worked long hours in logistics, came home tired, still asked about my day, still remembered birthdays, still fixed things without being asked. I noticed those things less and less. What I noticed instead was the quiet, the absence of excitement, the feeling that I was invisible even while being cared for. Then came Marcus. He was a client consultant from London. Confident, attentive, full of compliments that landed exactly where my insecurities lived. He noticed my hair, my ideas, my frustrations. He listened in a way that felt intentional, not habitual. I told myself it was harmless. Just conversations. Just lunches. Just feeling seen again. I crossed the line long before I admitted it to myself. The first secret message. The first deleted call log. The first lie told casually, without panic. I compartmentalized everything. Wife here. Something else there. I convinced myself I deserved happiness, that Daniel and I were already emotionally over, even if we still shared a house. Daniel never snooped. He never checked my phone. He trusted me completely. That trust became the background noise of my life, always there, always ignored. Until the night it wasn't. It was a Tuesday. Ordinary. I came home late, rehearsed my excuse, ready to play my part. Daniel was sitting at the dining table, not angry, not tense, just waiting. My stomach dropped instantly. He asked me to sit. His voice was calm, almost gentle. He said my name the way he always did, steady and clear. He told me he knew. Not how. Not from who. Just that he knew. He said he had spent weeks hoping he was wrong. Weeks noticing patterns he didn't want to see. Weeks choosing silence over confrontation because he wanted to be fair. He asked one question. Are you sleeping with someone else? I didn't deny it. I couldn't. I nodded, barely breathing. I expected shouting. I expected heartbreak spilling everywhere. I expected anger. What I got was worse. Daniel closed his eyes for a moment. When he opened them, something fundamental had changed. Not rage. Absence. He said thank you for being honest. Then he stood up, cleared his plate from dinner I hadn't eaten, and put it in the sink. That was it. I tried to explain. I told him I felt lonely. That I felt unseen. That things had been broken for a long time. He listened without interrupting. Then he said something that still echoes in my head. I never stopped choosing you. Even when it was quiet. Even when it was hard. He didn't ask me to leave that night. He slept in the guest room. The next morning, he made coffee like always. Same mug. Same routine. He told me he had booked an appointment with a solicitor. Not to punish me. To understand his options. He said he needed clarity, not chaos. Over the next days, he changed in subtle, devastating ways. He stopped checking in. Stopped asking if I was okay. Stopped trying to bridge the silence I had created. He was polite. Respectful. Distant. He began separating finances. Changed passwords. Moved important documents. Not out of spite. out of self-protection. I panicked then. The affair felt small, stupid, reckless compared to the reality settling in. Marcus became irrelevant overnight. I tried to talk to Daniel, to apologize properly, to cry, to promise counseling, honesty, anything. He listened again. Then he said he believed me, and that belief no longer obligated him to stay. That sentence broke something inside me. There was no fight to win. No anger to negotiate with. Just a man quietly withdrawing his loyalty. He moved out 2 weeks later. No dramatic exit. No scenes. He packed methodically, thanked me for the good years, wished me well. He said he hoped I found what I was looking for because he was done searching for someone who already left. People think cheating destroys marriages because of betrayal. They're wrong. It destroys them because it reveals asymmetry. One person was still choosing, still investing, still present. The other was already gone, just physically delayed. Daniel's response hurt more than any shouting ever could. He didn't collapse. He didn't beg. He didn't rage. He respected himself enough to walk away with dignity. And that forced me to confront the truth I avoided. I didn't lose him because he failed me. I lost him because I did. Now the house is quiet in a different way. Not neglected. Empty. And in that emptiness, I replay small moments I once ignored. His patience. His consistency. His quiet loyalty. The things I mistook for boredom were the very things that made him rare. I chased excitement and lost stability. I traded certainty for validation and called it freedom. There is no villain left to blame. No dramatic ending to justify my choices. Just consequences unfolding slowly, honestly. I learned too late that being chosen every day is not loud or thrilling. Sometimes it sounds like silence, and sometimes that silence is love.